know it's been a while, and I want to make a station. That's one of the missions that I have. Is I want to make a station, space station around the Mun. Now I already built a station, but I'm just gonna build it piece by piece and then assemble it as I get up there. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna build it exactly the same way. I'm gonna try to, but you know, there's no guarantees that it's gonna be the same. What was I gonna do? No gas here. I wanted hitchhiker, and what did I do down here? Right. Is that what I did? Or was it? Yeah, I think it was. What I did do is, no, not that one. This one. I put, you know, fuel everywhere. Now, I'm not gonna actually disassemble this, so this is not gonna be a docking port. It's like it's gonna stay together. So that's basically the first part of the design, and they're all gonna be. Oops. There we go. And copy that. Copy that. And one more time. I'm gonna put a small port at the bottom, but I'm not just gonna stick it outright down there. I want to. I'll go ahead and stick that there. I want to put this small adapter here, and then here. What I also want to do is put a docking port at the top. Now, can I do that? Can I actually put a small docking port at the very top? Yes. Will it work? I don't know. So that's the basic design. It needs power before I can get the modules up there that have solar panels, so it's gonna need some right now, and I can't use these to extend because it might hit the other modules. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Instead of 4, I'm gonna make it 6. And I should be out of the way of everything. Can't put batteries at the same. I'll have to stick the battery. I'll have to hide the batteries. And I'm gonna put bigger batteries down here. And we'll stick them right about there. But they're out of the way. Aesthetically pleasing, I suppose. But I still, since I do have RCS fuel, so I want to put some RCS down to control this once I get it up. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to get this centered. And I'm going to move this down a little bit. Should I kind of spread them out a little bit? Well, I guess I can pull them out from here. Or even here. Well, that'll work. I need to pull them out a little bit. Which is what I'm going to do. Look a little better. Move this out of the way so I can see. Ah! That's what I don't want. No snap to. That messed everything up. Yes, it did. Well, I guess I could move it over a little bit. Is that pretty good, or? That's pretty close, isn't it? I don't think so. Pretty close. Close enough? Not close enough? More so? Fourth and fourth. No, that's about as close as I'm gonna get, so I'm gonna leave it as is. Okay, so it's further out, it's not clipping anymore, and I'm gonna have to be similar with the other placement. RCSs. It's not gonna be perfectly centered because I can't really stick them here. So I'll have to go like that, which is pretty close, I guess. This thing does not need parachutes of any kind. This thing will never see ground again unless you want to crash. This is the main part, which I'll be launching into space. Let's see, what else does it need? What did it need? Oh, of course. We want to put a communicatron. Now, once we're there, we're gonna. I want to actually make it look like a station, I suppose. So, have like 4 of them, and open them up. So it looks like it can communicate in all different directions. It's almost like a scanner type. But as it goes up, it's going to be surrounded by the fairing that I'm going to put on here with one of my other sub-assemblies that I've already saved from videos that Orbiter, excuse me, Orbiter has put up, where I basically learned how to make a space station, which is similar to his design here with just some minor differences. I want to change a few things around. The space station is not going to be the same. All these connections are going to be identical. We're not going to have the large docking ports here, because these docking ports are not going to be used for docking. These are just going to be the connector points for the rest of the station, which is going to have several different areas, several different living quarters, and those extensions will actually have the docking ports, which are going to be used for ships and modules. And here's one for a ship, like an escape pod or something, and the same one for the bottom one, because I'm going to use the small ones. But everything else, these 4 are the basic central part, the hub where everything will come to. This is the central part because this has the copula up here, and that's what I need to finish the mission, because this is one of the missions for putting the space station up, to house I think 19 Kerbals or something. So this thing will house 4. This will hold 1, so that's 5 total. So I still got a ways to go, but this is the primary part that needs to go into stable orbit around the Mun, which I don't know how high up I should go, but I'm thinking I'm going to try to be not too far from the planet. It's not going to be 200 kilometers. It's going to be closer, because the Mun is smaller, has less gravity. I'm sure Minmus would probably be easier, since it is smaller and has even less gravity. Easier to move around, easier to land and take off and get to the station from the surface. But it's further out. I don't want to mess with that. I want to set up sort of like a staging spot on the Mun, and I'm going to put I'm probably going to put up like what Orbiter calls gas stations, but like little refueling tanks. I'm going to put 1 or 2, probably 2, on opposite sides of the station to stabilize it, make it look symmetrical. And what am I missing here? I need something else. I just knew it. I got RTS, got power, got batteries. It's gonna ask for temperature gauge, which I'm going to put right by the door here, and I only want 1. Is here just 1? I'll just stick it right under the solar panel. So I have that. What else do I need? Let's see. What am I going to call this? Station. That's good enough for now. I mean, save it and save anything else I might think of as I put on. There are a few things that it needs. Got the antennas. Got the thermometer. What else? Probably forgetting something else. I tend to forget that. What's this? Fluid spectrometer. Science Junior. Science Junior is going to be on one of the outer areas. I'm going to have 2 of them. And I will be adding processing lab, but that's later on when I got the basic setup of the station created. Surface scanning module. I'm not going to worry about those things yet or that. I'm going to have to set up the station first. I think that should be it. I'm going to do a quick check and see what the mission says. And I do play mission. This is career mode. So, active plant flag on the moon. I already did that, but I accepted the mission after I'd already done it, so now I gotta do it again, which is no big deal. Orbital space station around the moon. Station in orbit. Build new station. Has antenna. Got that. Docking port. Will have docking ports, and it will be able to generate some power. 19 Kerbals. Okay, I'm five of the way there. 14 left. Have a viewing couple. Got it. Research lab. Not there yet. Stability. I'll get most of this in the first shot. Gravimetric surveys of Duna, which I'll do that when I get to it. I have 29 years to do that, so I got plenty of time. I decided to take that before the the mission itself would delay out and disappear, and never maybe get something in the future like it. But I wanted to go ahead and grab it since it did have a large duration. Plenty of time. All right, I think I need to go through all these things and make sure that I have everything that I want. I don't need these RCS tanks since I got this big one here, and that one gives 250 monopropellant. These 60, so if I put 4 on, there's only 240, and this is 250, and there will be more than one on this entire station. There'll be several. So I'm not worried about that. I'll have plenty of RCS. Don't get any of this stuff here. Xenon gas. So, the previous station that I built, which it probably will never be exactly the same that I'm building right now, but I'm trying to be close. I had several of these holding tanks for ore, and I set them on top of my modules, and I forgot what I placed on top of them. But, and all of my modules had like cone roofs, so it looked almost like a city with small skyscrapers on it. And I'm trying to go close to that. I'm definitely not going to do exactly the same because I don't know how it's going to handle itself on an orbit around. Might be too unstable. Break free. We'll see. Okay. I got all those. There's MagJet. Should I put MagJet on? Yes, I should. Actually. Just because I said so. I want to move this one up a little bit. Yeah. Yes, it's moved. No. What the? It's pretty good. It's not going to hurt anything. So, good to go with that. MagJet. For the hell of it. Everything's going to have MagJet on it. I like the docking tool that it has. I'm not too familiar with the ascent part of it. I have almost burned up a few, vessels using MagJet because I didn't know how to adjust it properly, and I had to adjust it on the fly for my stuff disappeared. Okay, so I suppose that said thermometers on there. Everything seems to be on there. Okay. I guess we're good to go. A couple more checks. And then I'm gonna have to grab my sub-assembly with some assembly required. I think that's it. Dun, 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 dun. I have several medium, medium 2, and medium, moderate, heavy, which is a little bit of everything. I think this should be okay, which is basically the same design that Orbator had. You know, when I followed his little instructions. It's the fairing needs to be redone, and this needs to be raised a little bit. So let me that's good. And rebuild the fairing. I guess that looks good enough. Interesting. If it'll work or not, I don't really know. I might need a bigger. I might need a bigger boat. Might need a bigger rocket. This might be enough. But we'll see. If it's not enough, then I'll get the medium 2. And if that's not enough, this will definitely get it up there. This one easily got up the gas tank without any troubles whatsoever. I didn't have to build a elaborate multi-rocket system that Orbator ended up doing. I did it the next best thing, which is actually looks similar to this with just bigger rockets, and it worked. But not saying he did it wrong. I mean, it worked his way. There are many different ways that you can build your own, ascent stage. Some ways work, some don't. Alright, I am going to pray. Wait, hello. I gotta reset everything this up. What are you doing here? Yeah, great. Okay, that's the first one to go. You go down here, buddy. And then you, and then of course everything else after that. That should be it. I already have a space station that surrounds this, surrounds Kerbal. I don't know how orbit I'll be able to do. I don't know if this is going to work at all. So I'm not going to use my Jeb on this one. I'm going to use my own abilities, which it's not really saying much, but it is what it is. And here we go. I'm not even bothering slowing down because I got so much weight on me. This might not be enough. I see the cities in the distance. I put on the the Eve mod, environmental mod, that Orbiter has on his. He's the one that he mentioned it in some videos, so I was able to finally find it, and I installed it, and it works. So far, it seems to work just fine. You know? Makes everything look pretty. Come on, baby, come on, I need to get to the moon. I don't even know about the Delta V thing. I've never really understood it. So, looking at the Delta V does not tell me if I'm going to be able to make it to the moon or not. So, somebody else might have been able to see that, but not me. Uh-oh. Building up the heat. It's alright. I'm not worried about it. Yet. I'm leaving the atmosphere already anyway, so. Alright. We're going to go ahead and stop that. I could use MechJeb to do this, but I don't want to. This is the only part of the Delta V that I do understand about how much it's going to take and how much I have left. You know, so the vessel. It's 64, 8, barely. Oops. So we're gonna get rid of that. All right. Got RCS working already. All right, let it straighten out. So when we get there and burn rubber, I should have enough to get me into orbit. So I have more now because I got rid of the fairing. Need 854, I have 935. Total of 2535. Go ahead and speed up time. We need to go to half is 14, so I usually crank up right at 15. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're not going to touch the maneuver because that's usually what causes all that shaking is when you hit the maneuver tag. Any quick adjustments will do that, and since that's constantly adjusting, it can mess up. So right at the end, all right, here's where I leave it. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, look at it, 88, 85. That's awesome, and that leaves me with, where is it? 81. Goodbye. I don't think I'm going to make it to the moon. I really, really don't. This is not going to be enough. So I'm going to... I'll show you. I'll show you how to crash properly. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to do this. Uh-oh, no! Alright. Going straight down. Yeah. It hit it, and it's... Look, everything is still good. It didn't even get destroyed. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna crash here, so everything is good. Everything is wise. We're actually gonna, change stuff around here. So I'm already gonna crash here, so. Well, you're accelerating, you can't speed up. Lots of cities there. I didn't know Kerbals were so busy. Very symmetrical, very perfect. Man, look at that periapsis height. And I still have fuel. I'm gonna restart this in a minute. Yeah, definitely gonna crash here. Can I stop it? Jebediah, stop it! I'm about to run out of fuel. Everything's heating up now. Out of fuel. Ew. Still heating up. Still trying to slow down. Slow down. Trying to slow down. It survived. Oh, most of us. I still have plenty of monopropellant. It's still slowing me down. But there's no parachute. Can Jebediah survive? It's 166 meters a second. Come on! Plenty of monopropellant. Slow down! Will he do it? Will he do it? Oh, everything blew up. Oh, he's gone. Revert to assembly. We're gonna get the other stage up. Well, that was interesting, but disappointing. I consider myself disappointed. Out. I'm just gonna go for the gusto and get the big one. You know, why play around, right? Alright. Why do we want to play around, right? Alright. Need some... I keep forgetting that I wanted to save this and with the struts already on, so I don't have to keep rebuilding them over and over, and I don't have snap tubes. So I got those. Now I need to do these. There we go. Yeah, you have another side over there. Do that. There we go. Alright. Everything is set. Really? Well... Right. Got this one, and then this one. They all said, hello. Yes, hello. There we go. Alright. Separate that engine, okay. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to edit the fairing. that should do. I'm actually going to use MechJeb for this one. I want to see how it manages to handle this. So let's go ahead, go to launch, and we're going to get this up into space. Once we get it up into space, I'm going to go ahead and cut the... once we get a stable orbit, actually, I'm going to cut the video off because I don't need these extra super long, hour-long videos anymore. And what don't we need on Flight Engineer? Well, we don't need surface. Right now, we don't need the vessel. Oh, that's right. I forgot something. Jeb, you can't be there. He's the best pilot. I guess he can stay there for a while until other ships come by, but he's the one that actually has to attach everything. So, but oh, that kind of sucks. But I digest. Let's go. We're gonna go ahead. We can always pick him up. Excuse me. Maneuver ascent. Yeah, this is. I'm gonna go ahead and limit this to 90. Limit this to 25. I don't know if that's really gonna help. Orbital altitude. We'll leave that at 100 since there's really nothing out there. I don't even know what the rest of this means, so I'm gonna completely ignore that. And I'm gonna engage autopilot and see what happens. If I have to help it, I'll help it. And I suppose it's waiting for liftoff, right? It's limiting acceleration speed. Limit the ascent angle of ascent to 5 degrees. It's not allowing it to accelerate faster because it's already affecting it. And stage. Can do it all night long. Still got plenty of fuel in the boosters. They're pushing me up. They're pushing me up. Halfway gone. That's alright. Starting to heat up now. Picking up some heat. Slowing down because I don't want to completely overheat. Alright, that's enough. We'll go to 30. And alright. Do it, man. Do it. Set it. I only have 25 delta V. I think it's gonna be wrong, but you know, what do I know? Those rockets are gonna run out of fuel, buddy. I'll just keep them as is. Oops. I want to get rid of them. I don't want to put anything in there. Screw it, let's do it. Speed up time here. There it goes. There they go. There that goes. Things have changed. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. They covered up the sun for a second. I do like the Eve mod. You see the cloud shadows on the oceans. That's pretty cool. The mountains. It's very nice. And has plenty of delta here. Even when I'm done, I can set it up to go to the Mun. Puff it, puff it, puff it. That's not perfect, because I did have to stage, and it changed everything when the boosters were kicked off, and the fairing. So, we're going to go ahead and cut the ascent guide off, and we're going to go, oops, wrong way, we're going to toggle the Mun, because we want to set it as target. Now I've never used, so I'm going to go ahead and quick save. I've never actually used the, I've used, not the landing guide, the landing guidance I sort of used, but I have not used the, I think it's rendezvous they have to use. I've used the docking autopilot, I love using that, but I don't know which one to use to set a course for the Mun, and I really don't know. I mean, I can do it myself, it's just, it'd probably be more efficient using the program here. Desired final distance, rendezvous target, Moon. I don't even know what this does, so what I actually want it at about 100,000. So is there an orbit planner? Just info. Rendezvous. Altitude adjustment. I'm gonna go ahead and hit autopilot to see what it does here. Desired final. No, rendezvous will just put me straight to the planet and then try to stop at 100,000 meters, 100 kilometers. Please drop down. I don't really know, but So maneuver node, editor, maneuver planner. Oh, all right. Regular home and transfer function to intercept another body orbiting Kerbal. Regular home and transfer function. I don't even know what that is. Create node, create, execute, advanced transfer node. Transfer to another planet. Pork chops? What the? Pork chop. Maneuver planet, create a maneuver node to regular home and transfer function. And transfer to target. Okay. Create. Six. All right. Will it work? Will it work? And I still have enough delta V. Come on. Come on, and there, perfectly stopped. Now, how do you stop it from moving? By letting it warp itself. You stop the movement if your ship's going too fast. The minute you go over where you want to be, you tap. Well, I tap the period key on the keyboard, and instantly hit comma right next to it to stop the time warp. It's just one knot and then stop. It'll stop the ship from turning, so you don't waste RCS trying to stop the spin. You got to make sure that hitting that time warp for a split second is not going to mess anything up. And it's at 137,000. Not bad. Not bad. So once we get there, we'll need. Well, I'll set up my own dock. So, dock. I'll create. Oops. We're gonna go ahead and speed things up here. Past that point, and we're gonna warp out there. And the more you go out there, the more you slow down. Go really, 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 really slow. Now this interception point, you can see the moon there coming up. This is going to allow us to get. This is the periapsis of when the moon gets over here. We're slowing down more and more and more and more and more. 372 meters a second. Allows the mun to come around, and by that time, right here, we'll hit its influence at this point. Once we hit that influence, it'll show a blue line going this way, which will be the same as what will happen in actual space. We'll be going right there. And once we hit the periapsis, we'll set a maneuver node, go retro, and then create an orbit around 137,000 roughly, give or take. So I'm going to speed this up. Still slowing down. Here comes the mun, and still slowing down. Almost at 200 meters a second. And it's about to. There it is. Okay. So here we're gonna set up the maneuver. We're gonna close that. We're gonna retro. We're gonna try to get it about 100,000. 119, 152. I don't know where that's coming from. 152. What? 37. Okay. And that's that. I still have enough delta V to in this rocket to get me around. Might not even need the other one. So here's what I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. Create RCS, a huge swing. I don't even know why it goes in. It goes all the way around like that. It doesn't have to. See, look, see, there's a blue node right there. I'm gonna stop it. All right, now it's gonna move straight down. I'm gonna use RCS. I don't know why it wants to go around in a circle. But here it goes. How are you gonna stop it? How are you gonna stop it? Turn RCS off and boom, it stopped. Fine tuning. So we're gonna warp here. Alright. And of course it will give me how long of a burn, so I'm gonna have to guess when to burn. It's gonna be under a minute, I'm sure. So I guess I'll hit it at, let's hit it at 10 seconds. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Ew. 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 117. Well, we're definitely gonna have to do something about that. How much do I have left? I have plenty of delta. So, what is my orbit like? Is it on the plane? Pretty close. Pretty close to where my base is as well. And that's a good thing. So I guess 150,000 it is. And we're going to use maneuver node here to increase. Oops, very touchy here. Oops. There we go. 156, 156. If I actually get it to 156 using a non-existent burn, that'd be alright. We'll go ahead and warp. And I'm very, very high up, so I can do a fast warp. Whoa, 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 whoa. 56 seconds. Come on. You know what? Come on. 30 seconds left. Alright, stay there. And this is going to be really, really short. So this is already went down here. I don't know why it does that. 155, 165, 156, and 155. That's almost like 400 meters apart. So that's an almost perfect circle, which is just about where I want it. Actually, I wanted around 100,000, but this will be just fine. I will go ahead and save. Break that off. Turn on this engine for whatever reason that might be. Don't really need to. What I need to do here is disconnect here. Decouple. Alright. me go back over to this piece. Alright, I'm gonna turn around, face this stuff, and try to push it away. Yeah, yeah, bam bam, huh? Bam bam, bam bam. Alright, good, good. Alright, and there goes the station probe. The rest of it, I don't know what's happening to it. Hopefully it's like falling out of my way. 5 kilometers, you got a long way to go. But here it is, Jebediah. Now, let's try to orient ourselves. Alright, we're gonna flip. Totally flip out. But this is not actually how we want it. That's right, we want it like this. So we got battery, we got plenty of battery juice. We're here. That's the first part. And we got plenty more parts to send up to connect to this. Power parts, science stations, you name it.